Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. The drug which belongs to the class of the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, they could be divided into basically the four classes. First is the non-selective COX inhibitor. Second is the preferential COX inhibitor, COX-2 inhibitor. And the third one is the selective COX-2 inhibitor. And the last and the fourth one is the analgesic antipyretic with the poor anti-inflammatory action. Now, the first drugs which belongs to the class of the first class of this non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs is the non-selective COX inhibitor. That means they are non-selective, means they act either at COX-1 or COX-2. That means they can act at the same time on both or either one or two. The example that comes under the heading of this non-selectives are the salicylates. The category is the salicylate. Example is the aspirin. Acetic acid derivative. Example is the indomethacin and the nebumetone. Ketorolac. The category is the pyrazolone derivative. Oxyphan-butazone and phenylbutazone. Propionic acid derivative. Ketoprofen, flubiprofen, ibuprofen, and naproxen. Phenamate mefenamic acid, enolic acid derivative, that is piroxicam and tenoxicam. For the mnemonics to remember, these categories are being highlighted with their first letter, that is the SAPFI. You can remember or memorize in such a manner: SAPFI. Salicylate, acetic acid derivative, pyrazolone derivative, propionic acid derivative, phenamate, and enolic acid derivative. And accordingly, the examples are being included in the class of the non-selective COX inhibitor. The drugs which comes under the heading of the preferential COX-2 inhibitor, that means they prefer to act on the COX-2. So these are more beneficial as compared to, because they have no prefer to act on the COX-1. The drugs including are the aceclofenac, diclofenac, meloxicam, etodolac, and nimesulide. So mark it red to memorize it. add me, nimi. You can memorize in such a keywords: add me, nimi. Add me, mee, me, and nimi, that means nimi. So this is not a hard and fast rule that you have to memorize these keywords. You can make your own keywords as well. The other class, the third one, is the selective COX-2 inhibitors. COX-2 inhibitor, they prefer to act on the COX-2, so these are more beneficial. The drugs belongs to this class is the celecoxib, etoricoxib, and pericoxib. It's a little bit easy because the last words are same with coxib. That will be same in all these drugs. Example of these class. Two first letter to memorize is the SAP. You can memorize is SAP, celecoxib, etoricoxib, and pericoxib. The fourth class is the analgesic antipyretic with anti-inflammatory action. Example is the paracetamol, acetaminophen, propionazole, and metamizole, and nefopam. These are the drugs that include or comes under the heading of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug with 4 different classes. Thank you very much.